hear me and see me, and everything is looking nice and clear. Excuse me. So, well, there's a bunch of stuff to get into in the world of UFOs. Today, basically, I'm going to let you guys just ask your questions as usual, which usually ends up happening. And we'll just go off your guys' questions and stuff like that. Besides the other miscellaneous UFO crap that I will bring up intermittently. uh, well, there's a couple things I want to touch on. Hey, what up, Glenn? It's been ages since you've been on. What's going on, man? It has been. It's been like since I went live, almost a month or something. Uh, so hey, what up, Crow Step? How you doing, homie? Hey, even Crow Step saying it's been a while. Yeah, I know. Hey, what up, Third Phase? Happy New Year. What's going on, brother? Oh, hey, you fucks, hit me up after the show for real. We need to talk. Um, hit me up when we can talk, when we got time, like fucking, because I need to talk to you guys about something super important. But never mind all that right now. I'm sorry, I gotta keep going and checking these messages. Anyway, oh, I can't do that with my mouse. That sucks. There we go. What up, Backbone? How you doing, buddy? Glenn, thank you. Yes, my hair does look good. Thank you. Yeah. I'm actually thinking about dyeing it, bleaching it again, dyeing it blonde because it's coming all faded, and because of fucking stupid ass fucking Third Phase of Moon fucking called me up and was like, hey man, you know, I like the blonde hair. I think you need to stick with it. You know, and so I'm like, fuck, fine, because my girlfriend was saying it, and so I was like, ah, god damn it, all right, whatever. And a bunch of you guys were saying it, so yeah, I kind of like the look of it. But now it's all faded. But that has nothing to do with UFOs. I don't know why I'm bringing that up. Yeah. So one thing I wanted to touch on was I did a show not too long ago about the Galactic Federation in the Israeli space commander, you know, former, retired or whatever, coming out and, you know, Third Phase is asking, so what's your thoughts on what's that, Subterranean? Subterranean what? As in underground UFOs or underground aliens? Or subterrane? Is that what it says? What's the go with Nikola Tesla FBI files? You have to go to the Third Phase for that. You know, they already got a video out on it, so I don't want to fucking step on their toes. Go fucking check their video out on it. It's fucking cool. Subterrane. What the hell is subterrane? Is that a fucking? What is that supposed to be? Is that a person? Is it a? You know, I ain't been on here for a fucking month. Well, something happened. I didn't fucking hear about it. Yeah, you have to update me on whatever the fuck that is. But back to this Israeli guy coming out and saying there's a, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. So we had a discussion saying, could it be real? No, but sure, maybe, but no. And I really want to make it a point, because I didn't last time, about how what I really think about that. Okay, what I really feel like the truth is. And to be honest, guys, I really feel like the truth is that just like Paul Hillier, the former defense secretary for Canada, basically these old fucks got on the internet and started reading shit and just agreed with it. That's all. That's really what I think it is. Because all the stuff that he points out and says is going on are all things that come from different pieces of different conspiracies. I've seen them all before. So I'm like, nothing he is saying isn't something I haven't already heard. So I'm like, did he just fucking read the same shit I read and just decided, yeah, I'm gonna go with it? That's what happened. I honestly, I would put money on that. That's what that's what I think happened. Is that this old fuck is just like, you know what? Like that one guy, he's like, oh yeah, Paul Hillier is like, oh yeah, it's the tall whites from this some one asshole who's just making up the story about these tall whites, and he's just like, what? They're just pulling pieces of different conspiracies, and I'm saying before it wasn't even the Galactic Federation. It was the Galactic Federation of Light. Okay, so I mean, this is all shit that I've heard before, man. I should probably turn those fucking notifications off. Uh, yeah, so I think he's full of shit. But hang on, I got to see what their face said on there. Nuclear-powered submarine that travels through the Earth, known as Subterrane, Los Alamos designed. Uh, that's interesting. So to go through solid rock or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming it's more like um, a tunneling machine, a boring machine. I mean, sure, maybe they have concepts for how they could liquefy rock around it or something. I'm sure it's Los Alamos, so why not? Melt. Oh, right now they're saying melt rocks with superheat turns rock molten like lava. Yeah, so literally exactly what I was saying. That's I'm like I don't see another way around it. Uh, Even gravitational field would. I mean, what would it do besides just blast it apart? So, which is actually kind of cool because like Bob Lazar's UFO and how it operated, its gravitational fields. Not only could the field lift it in the air and make it fly, it could actually do the opposite and punch through the ground. It's just where they want to focus the gravitational wave, and he's like, it would just punch through the ground. So, I guess maybe that's a possibility as well. But, however, swimming through the Earth's core is basically pointless. I don't understand what they expect to gain from a piece of machinery like that. I mean, could it be used for war? Probably, but I just don't see the effectiveness of it. I mean, you gotta check out the blueprints we received via Los Alamos declassified files. It's mind blowing. Blueprints or like patents, gotta be careful with those patents. People can put a patent on anything, and in fact they do. And I've straight up fucking read just patent after patent of paranoid schizophrenics and their fucking wild fantasies, and so but that's kind of cool that you guys received those. Oh, that was like your last video, huh? Yeah, right. Oh, so that's actually kind of cool. It's interesting concept. It's really what's like the movie The Core, right? Tunnel for people transportation, water, goods, etc. It's crazy the potential of the possibilities. So yeah, that seems like it would make sense. If they tunnel through it, well, you'd have to excavate the rock behind it that melted, right? We'd have to excavate that. So why not have an actual tunneling machine which tunnels and excavates and at the same time? It seems like it would just be a lot slower. But I haven't seen the designs. I don't know what it's capable of or not. But I have to go and check out your video on that shit. No excavation behind it. That's cool. So I wonder if it stays like a formed tunnel. Maybe it'll superheat in front and then super cool at the back, and let it solidify. I don't know. I'm just pulling shit out of my ass. I don't know. It's kind of cool. And what's it called? The Subterrane? Awesome name. The material pressures into fractured cracks around the tunnel. Oh, okay, I see. That's cool. I wonder what kind of power source it would have to put off heat like that. Like what are they using to liquefy the rock? I mean, what temperatures? Like you gotta think. Okay, so you'd have to be able to. What temperature does obsidian, melt at, or granite, or even limestone? Like I don't even think you can melt limestone, and that's a real common rock found on Earth. Is limestone. It doesn't melt. It actually, you heat it up, it turns into quicklime. Um, Maybe I just swim through a big thing of powder. I don't know. It's kind of cool though. Interesting. Who sent you that? Those blueprints. Nuclear power. That's why it's kept a secret. Oh, so nuclear powered like a sub, like a regular submarine. So you gotta understand. Well, you gotta think nuclear powered like that for driving a fucking engine is uh it's just a little tiny bit of plutonium, which is highly radioactive, has a huge half life, and uh, what up, Occam's Razor? How you doing, buddy? It will keep putting off radiation. They could you just need a fucking you know a thermionic converter to you know turn the heat to energy into electricity. So I mean, but like like the nuclear powered subs and shit are just ran off little tiny pieces of plutonium, and it's super super dangerous for a nuclear reactor in a vehicle. In fact, it's really rare that they do that. It's only used for like submarines, I think. Maybe some battleships. It's just a way to keep fuel going, and these basically they just be powered for life. Yeah, but it doesn't actually put off like a heat, like it doesn't create like an intense amount of heat or anything. It's just enough to fucking convert the energy into power for them. Perhaps they have different ways though, and then you'd have to. Yeah, I gotta check out the episode. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Let's see what it says. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, all right. So, on to the next one. Yeah, I'll have to get more information to be able to actually discuss that. In the meantime, though, the tunnel machine has been patented for years. So, okay, so like a patent is different from having actual like blueprints or actual schematics. Patents are concepts that they believe will work, and the patent is attempting to provide a proof of concept that it's completely original for the creator. That's the whole point of a patent. So literally, because there are patents for fucking time machines, there are patents for teleportation devices. None of the fucking mathematics would work for any of those. All right, the people writing it literally does not understand fucking like even the most basic calculus. They literally have no idea. They're taking terms and shit from different types of math and jumbling it all together to try to say words that are over the average person's head, so they don't understand them. So it's just like, oh, okay, well, I don't know what he means, but those are big words, so he must be right. No, it's fucking an idiot just trying to convince you of something. And this is my first time watching this, and I'm only watching this because Third Phase of Moon is watching it. How did you know Third Phase of Moon was watching it? It's interesting. So it's AMA, okay. AMA, what's that? Uh, Uncle Lumpy. I love that name. I believe the subterrane is real. They just don't want to tell us due to the fact that it runs on nuclear power. Uh, Nuclear power. People are afraid of nuclear powered machines underneath our homes as well. They should be. Uh, hey, what up, Cobra? How you doing, homie? And William Scott Thomas. Yeah, third phase of moon's on here like all the time. I'd be fucking hurt if they didn't come onto my fucking live. All right, so I'd be very fucking upset. Like, where the fuck were you assholes? Yeah, no, for real. They like I would be like, wait, what happened to you? I would like if I did a whole show and they didn't come on, I would call them up like, what the fuck, dude? You know. Um, so, but let's go back to what Blake or Brent, whoever's typing, I don't know, was just saying, how they believe it's real, and there's reasons why to keep it secret. Sure, absolutely, and no, you wouldn't want nuclear powered shit just going beneath your fucking homes, and I mean, people don't even want nuclear waste on a train that's getting disposed of, like going through their town. That's how much people fear it, or will understand the risks. Uh, I don't think people really realize how efficient nuclear power is. Um, exactly proof as I no, but that's the truth. It's super efficient, and I mean you get just a ton of um electricity from just a small bit. You got okay. So this is one thing that another thing people don't really actually understand. So you see a nuclear power site, okay? The big towers, like in The Simpsons, okay? Big towers. You see the fucking smoke coming out of it, blah blah blah. Okay, so what's going on in there? There's this bunch of crazy fucking machine. Literally, it is a fucking steam engine. That's what it is. A lot of people don't understand that, but a nuclear reactor is nothing more than a sophisticated steam engine. That's literally what it is. They are using, you know, um, plutonium and uranium rods dropped into water, creating steam to turn turbines to generate electricity. It's the same way if you're using Hoover Dam. The dam forces all the water into chutes that shoot through at a high pressure, spinning the turbines to generate electricity. And they're using steam to do the same thing with a nuclear power plant, and it's super efficient. You get a lot of power from it from very little material. However, it's just dangerous if you don't know what you're doing and you fuck up like Chernobyl or Fukushima or something. That's so there's a lot of risk to it, but it's a real simple concept. Excuse me, a lot of people really don't understand. This is not a steam engine. It heats up the tip of the conical to melt the rock as it passes through it. Yeah, so if it's uh that's not like the propulsion. I'm talking about like the propulsion for it. If it's a nuclear powered craft, um, like that's literally all nuclear power. That's all. Well, besides some satellites and stuff, it's just a steam engine. Like that's how the concept works. Uh, like I'm not saying that thing is a steam engine. I have no idea. uh, but if it's nuclear powered, like say a nuclear powered submarine, then it's like a steam engine. They're using nuclear power they're using the nuclear waste and putting rods into water to generate steam to turn the turbines and create power. Other than that, you tell me. What do you stick a piece of plutonium in the gas tank. No, it don't work like that. That's not how it operates, or any of them. Now the front of it though, like I don't understand. Like if you're heating up the cone, the tip of it, I don't know, like using what, maybe. This is not a submarine. It's a subterranean or subterranean, totally different. No, no, no. I understand that. So tell me, what do you, okay? So well, you guys would know. You guys put out the video. What drives the craft? What fuel do they use to propel it through the rock? What kind of engine? What's making it go forward? Is it a gas, electricity, combustion engine, an electric motor, a fucking rat in a wheel? Element 115, you got it. Cobra got it. Attempts of basalt, short of diamond, crazy, right? Once it passes through, it creates a pristine glass-like tunnel. Oh, that's really cool, dude. So it's oh God, what's that called? When like a stalactite, like solidifying. I don't know if I forget the name of the term. I'm not a scientist. Well, I am a scientist, okay? I'm a weedologist, all right? And I can tell you right now that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, no, I'm literally going off what you guys are telling me, and then just the stuff that I already know on how other things work. If this is a secret device, how do you get the blueprints? Where did those blueprints come from? Like they came from Los Alamos, but from who? What? Yeah. Oh, I just asked them that. They don't know. Okay. All right. That's right. So, well, we'll have to figure that out. That's kind of cool though. I didn't get a chance to watch your video. I saw on the thumbnail it was. Did you guys go back to that pyramid? Hey, call us later. We have an idea. We got to get going. Thanks. Yes, I'm going to call you guys later because, like I said, we need to fucking talk. I'm going to need a minute of your time. We're going to have to talk as we'll talk. Yeah, I will call you guys. Okay. Thank you, Blake, Brent, coming and saying what's up and telling me about the Subterrane. You guys have a good night. I'll call you after the show's done. Let me see here. We have the power needed to turn the bit. We cannot understand its heating process. I will definitely call you guys, okay? Fucking 100%. I have, because I was gonna fucking tell you guys to make sure you call me. So I will call you. Hopefully I don't interrupt your shit or whatever the fuck you're doing. And then you got time, We excuse me. So for everyone who doesn't know, when we call each other, and Blake and Brent call me or I call them, we chat on the phone like 14-year-old Girl Scouts. Like we'll sit on the phone for like 2 hours. Like it's fucking ridiculous. And I'm talking like every fucking time too. I mean, it's like I don't fucking talk to my fucking parents, my family. I don't talk to anybody that fucking long, dude. I'm just like, I just don't let it by. Yeah, send me a text. I don't even want to talk to you. But we'll talk for fucking ever. So we gotta make sure it's fucking time, especially when it's something important we gotta talk about. What am I looking for? That's right. Who's next? So what do you guys think propels the Subterrane? What do you think makes it go forward through rock? Like What's driving it? How is it going forward? So in a conventional craft, you're you know cars has wheels that are turning and it's making it go forward. Hey Sean, you motherfucker, how you doing, buddy? You just missed Blake and Brent. Hey, what up, sis? How you doing, baby? This is my twin. You look good. Yeah, I do, don't I? Right? Huh? You probably look like shit, Sean. Shave that fucking beard if you have one. Yes, I am. I was doing a video, but I can't tell you guys. It's a secret. It's gonna be fun. I don't want to give anything away, man. I had a middle beard. Did you get rid of it? I need to examine the original images of it. Yeah, right. So that's. I wonder if it's got blueprints to it. It's gotta have the. Well, you would think blueprints are going to have all the specs of the craft or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, why would you have blueprints of stuff that's missing or something you don't understand? You need the blueprints to construct it. So, I am in Oregon, right by Washington, right by my sister's. Actually, she's in Washington, I'm in Oregon, but we're right by each other. Yeah, no. What I wonder is what's making the craft. And Sean, I don't know if you heard, but Third Phase got leaked some documents. I don't know if they're blueprints or if they're patents or what on this device called the Subterrane, which is it's like the movie The Core. You look like Gavin Rosdell a little, brother. What a nice compliment. That's so sweet. I just want to give you a big kiss. I just want to hug and squeeze you. I want to give you a big kiss. He's so fucking sexy. What? He is, dude. If Gavin Rosdell asked me to whack him off, I'd be like, sure, sir. There you go. Yeah. It's the little things, right? Come on down. Yes, Occam's razor, twins. Yeah, she is my twin sister. I'm a dude, though. We're fraternal twins. Back to how sexy I look and remind you of Gavin Rosdell. It's a great compliment, dude. Thank you. You just made my night. Bill wants to know when you're going to post the video. No. We can't talk about that. Quiet, shut up. More the court, even though it's too. Yeah. Okay. So that's cool. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. So like the how the craft works in the movie The Core. They invented some kind of fucking new device, so that shit don't count. You can't really, but somehow they're heating up the rock, liquefying it, and the emitters are rotating around it like a spiral, and that's what's causing it to move forward. Kyle posts OnlyFans daily. Laser liquefaction. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you could do it with lasers. I mean, like, fucking, I mean, just like a badass fucking laser like this. I mean, just barely fucking melt stuff. I mean, the power to, and you got, a laser is the photons are coherent. They're all in a line. So the spaces where you would be, emitting it would be small, tiny fucking, you know, just basically the size of diodes. So you'd have to have, I don't know, what, a bunch of diodes next to each other, and you couldn't do that. I mean, just the heat sinks, just the waste heat. I mean, would be fucking probably melt your vehicle. uh, well, maybe keep it cooled with liquid nitrogen or something. I don't know. And they're saying, Blake and Brent were saying that the nose gets superheated and it melts through like that. But what's making it go forward? You know, just because something's super hot doesn't make it move forward. It'll just sit there super hot. You know, yeah, I can pull up their video, see what it says, and we'll go into more about it. Yeah, and tell Bill that we're still not done shooting, Candace. So yeah, let him know that there's still shit we need to there's other shit we need to shoot, and then stuff we want to reshoot. I do anyway, so I'm gonna make him. Bill is my brother Candace's husband. All right. Yeah, tell him. Yeah, so the stuff that Phil Schneider was talking about was complete bullshit. All right, and let's not get this mixed up for a second. That guy is a complete pathological liar. He is terrible for the UFO community. His whole thing is a fantasy. It's all a fucking lie. He's been crazy since he was a fucking kid. He's completely out of his fucking mind. And you know, just, and the stuff that he was saying literally fucking just wouldn't fucking work. They wouldn't do it like that, and it's just it's so fucking stupid. But he was talking about stuff like that. You know, a tunneling machine, you know, making these underground bases and you know, shit like that. And he was giving ridiculous numbers. He was saying like, oh yeah, they could do miles in hours. No, they can't. I'm sorry. He was just saying the most ridiculous bullshit. If you guys don't know what he is, if you don't know what he is, good, because he sucks. Not just specifically the drilling machine. A lot would have to do with types of terrains encountered as well. And now Uncle Lumpy is bringing up, I love that name, is bringing up an excellent point. You are gonna, you know, there's gonna be all kinds of different materials. Everything's gonna have different melting points. And like he's saying, salt would be easier than bedrock. Correct. And bedrock is not a solid rock, all right? Bedrock is a composite of many different types of rock. You can have granite, you could have andesite, you can have dolerite, you could have just whatever, you know? Yeah, limestone, fucking, you know, naturally formed concretions. You're gonna have all kinds of different stuff. Everything's gonna have different melting points, and what happens if you get into a bunch of quartz? You're gonna fucking melt the quartz down like fucking, you know. There's just too many things where I don't see I don't see it. Just how do you make it move forward? That's like, you know, you solve that. There you go. But that's the trick. How does it go forward? You know, I mean, are you melting it and just gravity is dropping you to the center of the earth? What is it? I mean, in theory, I guess that wouldn't work. Tank treads. So if it's melting it in front of it, then around the side of it is going to be melted rock. So treads wouldn't work. And they're saying that this this tunneling machine or whatever, the Subterrane, will basically turn the tunnel into glass, which is another thing like Phil Schneider said. Sean, I'm sure you remember that. The third phase video shows most of the device, but closely examine the wording description. It's like a jackhammer. Ah, okay, okay. Break it down some more. Um, but this is old tech. We've achieved long distance lateral boring with boring drilling phase. The drill bit, for lack of better terms, pulls the falling equipment behind it. Yeah, no. So and that's what I was saying earlier. Like like possibly you could have a machine where it's melting it in front, and then the back is actually super cooling it to have it form. All right, but that's just the thing. Having a giant tunnel going through the ground like that is you would have to be reinforced. Okay, even if you're solidifying, you're turning it all into fucking melted rock and glass. You have to know where you're going to need um, like columns for support. Eventually, you'll get to a point where it's going to be weaker than every place else. It just because the different earth around it, and it could just all come crashing down. Uh, so I mean, like when we drill a fucking tunnel now, the tunnel starts out fucking huge. By the end, it's fucking small. It's so like when you drive through a tunnel now, you gotta understand it's fucking way bigger than what you see because there's so much reinforcement. It's fucking like built down, man. It's fucking crazy. Um, so I don't know. I'm not sure how that would work. But he's saying it's like a jackhammer, you know. So it's like a jackhammer that's breaking through the earth, just da, 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 da. And then it could just use a standard drive device with fucking wheels, or like Sean said, like treads or something. If it's using like a giant jackhammer in front of it. Uh, Now, this is something we know for a fact. Now, when you heat up rock, it's actually easier to fracture when it's hot. You can actually shape it a lot easier when the rock is really hot. Um, and you could heat up the rock and then maybe blast it with some liquid nitrogen and cause thermal shock, and then hitting the rock would just blow it all apart. Uh, yeah, so like if you wanted to break limestone or whatever, you could just put it in a fire and get it really hot, and hit it with a fucking hose, and it fucking fractures on its own. Now it doesn't necessarily just break apart. It can, but it's real easy to break apart then. Like you can actually hear it. It's like bump. It'll just fucking the whole thing will just shatter, just the thermal shock from it. And so if this device has a jackhammering tip, um, but then you got to excavate the material. There's a lot of things that have to go along with it. That's uh, I don't understand. Like what could the vehicle be used for other than drilling tunnels? Like who knows? I don't know. I sure as fuck don't. Uh, well, let's get into some UFO shit. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking for my lighter. Uh, so the Navy, um, specifically the Department of Naval Intelligence, is the branch of the military that is conducting and creating the UFO task force. Why is that? How come it's not the Air Force? How come it's not Space Force? Well, why is that? So we're talking about unidentified flying objects, right? We get that term from stuff people see in the sky. So why is the Navy taking lead on this? Why not the Air Force? Why is that? I don't know. But that's the thing. It's like it's always been the Navy. Bob Lazar was paid by the Department of Naval Intelligence. All right, the same people who run the UFO task force are the people that paid him. So these are the guys who have to deal when you're talking about who fucks with UFOs. Those guys, they do. They got information on it. It's probably real boring shit anyway. I doubt like they're doing backdoor treaties with fucking the Anunnaki or something. I bet you they just well, possibly they recovered a UFO. Or several, 9 of them, if Bob Lazar is to be believed, which I do. And you got to consider that, there's ways, and I brought this up before. So, what if like Heimlich Himmler, he's like, listen, we're going to dig into some old esoteric shit about Germany, and he's looking up all the old shit, dude, and he comes across a woodcut from 500 years ago, talking about these devices that were seen in the sky, battling each other and falling to the ground. It's like, well, if they fell to the ground, they should still be there. So what if we send an archaeological team to go dig for them? I mean, Nazis sent archaeological teams all over the world, fucking like to Tibet, fucking everywhere, in their own backyard, in Nuremberg. They're like, when we send a team, go back there and see what we can find, and they fucking find a UFO. Well, they obviously don't have the fucking knowledge to be able to do anything with it, and plus they're getting their asses kicked, and so. What happens? They find a UFO. They're like, oh, sweet, awesome. Oh, fuck, it's the Allies. What's more important? My fucking balls or the fucking UFO? My balls. We gotta go. And now, who has the UFO? We do. This is not that shit. It's ours now. Like, oh, sweet. Scoop this shit up. Find out how it works. Someone fly this home. Oh, okay, we'll put it on the back of a truck. Whatever. Let's just get it out of here. I'm just thinking, if it was found like an archaeological dig like that, I could see something like that happening. Because obviously, like that one woodcut from Nuremberg, Germany in 1561, it literally describes that happening. This is not some story I'm making up. This actually happened. That story of these an aerial phenomenon fighting each other. It was a bunch of spheres, a giant black triangle, fucking a bunch of tic-tacky fucking cylindrical shaped UFOs flying through the air, blasting each other, and they were falling to the ground on fire. And the woodcut shows this. So they definitely landed. They're definitely on the ground. What if they were still there? What if they became part of the fucking land and fucking shit just grew over them? They have an archaeological dig go and discover them. There's nothing the Germans could have done with it, I mean, you'd be, for years, you'd be fucking investigating everything about it before you could get in anywhere with it. Obviously, you can't be stupid and just go Bob Lazar makes a perfect point. You can't just go cutting into shit. Look at how this thing works. The power source is so fucking beyond anything that we have or that we do. You cut it open, you could blow everybody up. So, there would be a lot of work it would take, and obviously they wouldn't have time for it. So whoever whooped their ass is the new owner. Not only would it's like we're like, oh yeah, well, now that we're here, whatever we want is ours. And the first thing we fucking did, the first thing we took was every smart person. That's why we're smart. Because we're like, fuck everything else. Every one of your scientists is coming with us, dude. Anyone who's got a fucking education belongs to us now. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how many fucking touchdowns you made, okay? I want to know how many pocket protectors you have. Oh, really? Get in a truck. That's exactly how it went down. I don't care how much you can bench press, okay? I want to know how many words you type a minute, fucker, okay? Seriously, how long will it take you to plug this fucking neutron with enough fucking atoms to fucking create a critical mass, a critical reaction, and blow something up? How long? Really? Get in. Just get the shit. Cram them in. Get them all in. That's why they called it Operation Paperclip. Because all the scientists were crammed together. You couldn't get a paperclip in between them. They had them stuffed in there. They looked like fucking they look like the temples in fucking Peru. Okay? It's exactly what they look like. They like Sacsayhuaman. Like they were all fucking like melted together and they just jammed them all fucking in there. Couldn't get a paperclip in there. Operation Paperclip. Get the smart ones. So I can see why they might have a UFO. I mean, it's probably not a real common thing, but Bob Lazar said there was 9 in S4. Well, I mean, like, really, how does he know that they're all alien? Obviously, some of them have to at least try to be maybe reproductions or something. But what the fuck was I talking about? So, I can't wait to see this document that the UFO task force is going to be releasing to Congress, and then we'll get like a fucking a real highly redacted version of it. However, what's cool is that it's their job, the Department of Naval Intelligence, to get all the UFO information they have. And they're the ones that paid Bob Lazar. Those are the guys who have the UFO. When you hear people talking about, well, we got these fucking vehicles made from off-world and shit. That's what they're talking about. They're like, what we got, And, imagine the fucking difficulty of that. Of having this device. Okay? It's like you're the only motherfucker in the world with a smartphone. Okay? Just think about that. Just right now, how you are, as much as you know, all the knowledge you have. Man, you couldn't go and build it. Right? You have no idea. You can use the fuck out of it. All right? You can do all kinds of cool shit with it. But you can't create it. You don't have the knowledge. on how to do that. You don't have the machines or resources to do it. You have to do that. You have to start from fucking scratch. But it's you need scratches of stuff that doesn't exist on your planet. How do you get past that, motherfucker? You know? So yeah, you could take it out and fly it around, but to try to recreate it without completely destroying it, which is what they were basically willing to do, because they were straight up cutting the fucking like gravity emitters out of the craft and then take them in the fucking the office on the workbench and fucking with them. But I guess that, hey, that's all you couldn't do. You know, to say that you was going to do anything else would be a bunch of bullshit. That's how it would work. That's what you would have to fucking do. And it would just be a game of test this, test that, you know, experiment. That's it. God, it'd be so fun. Oh my God. You know, because they're all sitting there talking like, Bob's like, you know, oh man, we would just do experiment. You know, we put a candle in there and you can see the flame standing still. We put a fucking watch in there and you can watch it fucking go slower and shit, you know? And you know, I'm like, me, oh man, I fucking have so, first thing I'm doing, a mouse. That's the first. I want to know what it will do to to a living creature. Put him in there. Throw him right in the middle of the fucking beam. Stuff him in there. I want to see what happens to him. Can we crush him into pulp? Do it. I'm sorry. I mean, you know, any mice fans out there, but that's the first thing I would do. And sometimes I see, like, I have a weird outlook on things, on how you know, like, I would always do, like, what, like, the bad guy would do, like, you know, people, you know, okay, there's a UFO, alien, the door's open, alien come walking out. We're about to make first contact. You're an ambassador to your entire race. What do? You graciously greet them, right? Welcome to Earth. Snag them. And I take them into the back room and I cut him open so I see how he works. I don't know why. That's what seems. I'm like, yeah. So you got some crazy people in the government who would come out and do like bad shit like that. They would take the alien and cut him open, and yeah, has to happen. Trust me. It might not be pretty, okay? Someone's got to do it. Well, I'm here. You know? Give me the bone saw. I'm going straight Khashoggi on this motherfucker. Because I got to know how he ticks. You know? It's just one of them. Fuck. Hey, if that's the only one of his kind, well, yeah, whatever. I let him go. But, just saying, you know what, fuckers? Sometimes people, shit's, you know, it might not be pretty, all right? It might not. It might be fucked up. But in the real world, this is how shit gets done. All right? So we gotta know. You know? I'm just saying, in the real world, I want to know, how long have we been attempting to bring a UFO down? Have we succeeded? Because if not, I'm going to be pissed. All right? Because we talk all this shit. Oh, yeah, we spend all this. You know how much fucking tax money, how much money the government is taking from me to do God knows what with? Give it to the military. and you can't bring down a fucking UFO? Really? How long have you been in? I know for a fact you started investigating them in the early 50s. Okay? And if you haven't fucking learned how to bring one of these fuckers down yet, what are you doing with the money? What is going on? How can these devices, these machines from obviously not here, come and invade our shit? I just flaunt them. They just do whatever they want. And we're not even going to try to catch one. You're telling me we can't build a net? Something? Anything. The most fucking basic, primitive fucking device you could think of. To throw a big rock at it. Anything. You motherfuckers better have thought of something, come up with some kind of, I want to see something. If we can't blast a fucking UFO out of the sky, we're useless. Yeah, this fucking planet is fucked. The human species is fucked. We should be dominating that shit. I want to know how they're doing it. I'm assuming there's probably several different ways to accomplish this. I've got my own. $20 trillion and counting, that's right. We have since World War II, right? Radar knocked them down, and we got them. That's what I heard, but I heard that through Philip Corso in the book The Day After Roswell. I don't believe him. In fact, I don't believe radar would have affected them like that. I believe they might have considered that and thought, oh, maybe it was the radar that knocked them down. They'd have no way to prove this. And you would have to you could knock something out of the sky using radar. This is true. You could do that. You would have to focus it and know right where it's at and put that kind of amount of, energy into the radar. So no one was trying to do that. Why, like on some unidentified, no one did that. So I don't think it was radar that brought them down. In fact, Roswell, I don't think happened. I think it was a fucking weather balloon. I'm telling you, all the evidence. Go look at what the fucking dude said. Like, read the fucking actual paper. Don't just read the headline. Read the paper. Read what the actual paper says. The craft is made from balsa wood, from sticks and tape and foil. Literally, every fucking description was telling you this. And one guy was like, could it be a flying saucer? He's like, it could be, but let me tell you, I don't know how it could have carried anybody. He's like, this thing was like, it's like it might be like 20 feet in diameter, and he's like, it's so thin, made of balsa wood and some fucking foil and tape and shit. They literally recovered sticks and tape. What kind of fucking UFO is this, dude? This is the most hillbilly fucking, what the fuck, dude? No, it was a fucking weather balloon. It got put as a UFO because Mac Brazel, the fucking farmhand, came in there and sees it, goes, it's a damn spaceship. Oh, Jesus. He's running to town. He tells everybody, it's a damn spaceship, damn flying saucer crashed in the field. He's telling everybody this, so they're like, oh, it's a fucking UFO. The fucking army already knew that they were going out to go look at a crashed UFO. They didn't think they were going out there to look at a crashed weather balloon or anything. This was already in their heads before they fucking left. All right? They were all like, oh yeah, we're going to go pick up a UFO or something, Because that's what this guy is saying. So the fucking, the military's press guy was like, just like the other people in the military, he's like, oh, they're going to go pick up a UFO. Okay, well, yeah, all right. Oh, yeah, well, I'm going to release it to everybody. We got one. Finally, good, sweet. They got it back. He's like, what the fuck is this? It's not a fucking UFO. Fucking, what is this crap? They didn't even know. someone finally came by. I was like, oh, you know what? It's a fucking weather balloon, dude. Like, what's this shit? They're like, oh, it's a fucking listening device, dude. It's a cheap way of doing it. It's like a science project for school. Which is what it was, you know, like basically, you know, that's what, you know. I'm like, oh, wow, so, you know. Yeah. Now, does that mean they weren't bringing down UFOs then? Listen, okay, that wasn't the start of UFOs. The military, the military, especially the Navy, had been dealing with UFOs for at least 7, 8 years by that point. All right, they started encountering UFOs in '39. All right, as soon as World War II started, pilots were already seeing Foo Fighters. Okay, that Foo Fighters are fucking UFOs. I don't know, they call them Foo Fighters because that's what they call them, but that's what they are. They're UFOs. They're the exact same thing. There is no difference except what we call them, the name. Other than that, they are the same fucking things. They had already been dealing with these guys. Believe me. Sound like Trump. Believe me. Believe me. Believe, it's tremendous. Believe me, it's truth. That's the, you know, they, if you're having a device that you think is the enemy's, you're not just gonna fucking, and that's what they thought. Everybody thought it was a fucking device of war. Oh, we're just gonna fucking ignore it. That's what we'll do. No, they were on top of that fucking shit, and they realized like, you know what? Let's keep this on a down low because we can't fucking fight another war. We're already dealing with these fucks. You know, we're gonna go fight some fucking space dudes. Congress will never approve. Let's just, you know what? Just everyone be quiet, all right? Don't say shit. You know, hopefully it takes them a long time to get here or something. But they knew all about UFOs. And they probably had guys working on, well, what are they? How can we bring them down? There's no other fucking option. In the military, in the military, there is no other option. You have to do that. That's all you can do. Whatever these things are, we need to be able to capture it and bring it over and study it. Just like with any other enemy, that's why you'll see Russian MiGs at Area 51 and shit. We will capture enemy's fucking aircraft and fucking bring it over. Ships that were sunk in the middle of the fucking ocean, we will go and fucking pull that shit out and bring it back just to study it, dude. That's what we do. That is their only option. That's all they could have done. They would have fucking definitely set up teams on how can we accomplish this. You know, there's going to be they probably got a couple scientists in on it, and you know, some physicists and shit to theorize. You know, okay, well, how could we? There has to be a way to determine. You know, we have to see them and we have to see their performances and stuff. You know, we're going to have to send out, you know, crews with cameras and and places where we're having a lot of UFO activity, trying to document it, and then we're gonna have to study the footage and see their capabilities and consider what's everything that's fucking happening, any kind of fucking different reactions and shit. Possibly, their vehicles will come in proximity to Earth vehicles and actually cut them out. Radios will go off, cars will shut off, shit like that. It's like electromagnetic fields or pulses are being generated and shutting stuff off here on Earth. Perhaps a means of reversing an electromagnetic pulse, like you're reversing, doing it out of phase back at the UFO would fucking drop it, like the original phase drops us. Put the electromagnetic pulse out of phase back at the UFO. It might drop them, dude. Holy shit, that might work. Right? Think about that shit. Sean, what do you think? What if their vehicles are like DeLoreans with field generators instead of flux capacitor? Well, that's what they are like. What if our radar was the same resonance frequency? So maybe as the craft, and that's what dropped it. I don't see that. I don't see that. Like especially out in fucking Roswell, we just didn't have enough powerful radar around there to do anything like that. But I don't think that would have affected them. They actively jam our radar today. They've been doing it. Okay, so in 2004, with the Nimitz, there was proof. Bam, the object was fucking actively fucking jamming their radar. There was a time before that. Go back and listen to the fucking the Air Force commander in fucking was it Norway or whatever, or Belgium, during the Belgian wave, because they were chasing one of these black flying triangles, and it started jamming their radar, because the thing started jumping fucking a bunch of crazy feet, but it jumped down in the ground, you know. So well, how did it do that? What's that? That's what happens when your radar is being jammed. So back then it was so they know how to fucking jam radar, guaranteed. I don't think it was radar that brought them down. You know, it's something else. It's something else. Maybe, you know, a combination of things. You know, right now I'm thinking, you know, an electromagnetic pulse that's out of phase. You know, if I just thought of it, then they probably thought of it, and it probably works. Maybe they got fucking guns like that and bring them down. Cool. Well, you got to consider that, like, our four fundamental forces are like all connected in a way. You know, so you have electromagnetism and gravity and the strong nuclear force and the weak nuclear force. And they work on different levels where they're like general relativity and quantum mechanics. So, you know, one works on a subatomic level, and then one works on a planetary level, like the gravity and shit that we experience, and the other one works at a tiny, you know, subatomic scale. But they're all like they're all connected in a way, where it's like they have effects on each other too. So you know, perhaps the gravity wave, is not gravity, but the strong nuclear force that's been amplified beyond the perimeter of the atom. You know, it gets amplified to that. They pull it out past the perimeter of the atom, then hit it with the amplifiers, with gravity amplifiers, to grow the fucking the field, just like you would a music amplifier. You know, singing into a microphone, it's amplifying the fucking your voice and shit. The same fucking thing, where you're amplifying the strong nuclear force once it's gone outside the perimeter of the atom, and then it gets fucking, you know, tuned through these through these tuned tubes that hit a waveguide that guides the fucking strong nuclear force around the craft, it would, for basically, for all intents and purposes, it is basically the exact same thing as as like we experience gravity, on the subatomic level. That's what, if you lived down there in that tiny world, that's what you would call gravity. You guys see what I'm saying? Like that would be gravity down there if you were shrunken. And so we're simply, we get it to pass the perimeter of the atom, and then we amplify that and use that to. So what do you do? I don't know how you would stop the strong nuclear force. See, and I could see why it would be considered like fucking gravity here. Like if we could create our own gravity, you have force fields and fucking, time dilation and all this shit. Well, the strong nuclear force on the subatomic level is gravity. It's what's holding, neutrons, or protons or electrons spinning around the nucleus of an atom. It's what's keeping those around each other. So just like how our planets are, around the sun, is from gravity. That is what's keeping those little guys together. So it's like our gravity. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, right? So how do we affect the strong nuclear force today in our standard physics? Can we, or do we just know of it? I'm trying to think of any experiments that, like, I'm not trying to make up an experiment. I'm trying to think of experiments that have been done by physicists to make a proof of something, or I'm sorry, guys. See your guys' comments. No. Preach, brother. Yeah, that's right. I'll say what's up. That's right. What's the cons? What the fuck was that? Hang on. I think gravity and magnetism are fractals of each other. Can't we? Can't we fuck with nuclear clocks that they use on control to manipulate the other? Okay, so yeah, what he's talking about is so if you take two clocks running at the exact same time, these nuclear clocks literally count how many times a fucking a neutron will swing around a proton. So that time is very accurate. um, and doesn't make these nuclear clocks. Now, if you take one and keep it, on ground, and then the other one up in the International Space Station, when you bring them back together, they show different times. So it proves how the gravity is having an effect on it. Isn't there an experiment that fudges with non-control clock? Yeah, there are. I mean, there's a bunch of different experiments, but that one is the most. It's the easiest to perform, but it shows like the basics of how gravity works, or what it can do. Some the side effects of it. Yeah, I think. He's saying how electromagnetism and gravity are like, yeah, playing off each other like mirrors of each other. yeah, the problem is that gravity is so fucking weak. It is literally the weakest of the four fundamental forces. So even the two forces on the subatomic universe and the quantum universe are both of them are stronger than our gravity. Our gravity is just the weakest fucking force, just it's completely fucking weak as compared to the three other fundamental forces, which are stronger by orders of magnitude. It's not even by orders of magnitude. They are so much stronger than gravity. It shouldn't even count. They're so fucking far from each other. It shouldn't even count. You shouldn't even be able to say, oh, that's a fucking force. Because that's how far they are. The other ones are so much more powerful. It's like comparing a fucking one of those little snap things that you throw to a nuclear bomb. It's just, it's the power is so fucking different. It's so much stronger. It's insane how much more powerful it is. It shouldn't even be, but it is. And it's it's more like it's not necessarily a force as it is a consequence of matter or energy, either one, which they're both the same thing. I'm talking about universal scale gravity. No, so you can't. That's the thing. There's not a universal scale gravity. When you get to the subatomic world, it's all different out there. There's the gravity we feel doesn't. It has no effect down there. It doesn't even exist down there. It can't be fucking. It can't be measured. It can't be fucking observed to do anything. It is there down there. It's the strong and weak nuclear force on it. It's these forces that are on the subatomic level. It's more. It seems like they're not going to ever come up with a unified field theory, and that is the whole goal. That every physicist and every CERN and Large Hadron Collider, every experiment, all that is all to reach one goal: the unified field theory. Perhaps there is not one. Perhaps there is no unified field theory. That the universes are the quantum universe and our reality, general relativity, are simply separate. And the point where they cross, where they meet, is like a fucking wall. It's like once you pass this line, it's the quantum world, and now everything is fucking different. But that's the thing. The thing is that that quantum world is what our world is built on. So the stuff that happens there should happen here. For a fact, it should. But we see stuff that happens there that we're like, no way, that wouldn't happen here. You can't be in the same place. You can't be in two different places at the same time. But it's going on in the quantum world. Perhaps you can. Perhaps in the general world, it's just a lot rarer. It's far too rare to ever be studied in a controlled lab. And that's one of the things is that people have a problem with UFOs. Oh, well, we can't study the UFO. We don't have it in the fucking lab. Oh, yeah, I know, but you know what? You can still understand something without you don't have to be able to fucking test it in the lab. Okay, it's like and I've said this before. You want to study it's like a tornado. Okay? You don't get a piece of the tornado to go home and study. You don't get to keep it in the fucking in the lab, fucking run experiments on it. It don't work like that. They just show up out of nowhere and they do their thing and they go away. Sounds familiar, right? Just like a UFO. And that's what, sometimes they get filmed, sometimes no one sees them, but basically, you know, they'll leave footprints, you know, as in, you know, they can have where they've landed on the ground and burnt shit or have affected people and shit or fucking tore up houses or whatever. They'll leave their, you know, the sign that they were there. But the actual thing itself is no longer there. It's not there for you to study. You know, so you can look at it like that and then say, okay, so you can still scientifically study it. We still understand tornadoes because we study them. So it's like, okay, so don't be afraid to do the same thing with UFOs. Just fucking study them. You see, you don't have to have it in the fucking lab, okay? You know, we don't ever sit there and look to see which way the fucking a photon is spinning. All right, that's you're not actually seeing the photon spin. Okay, you are seeing the effects of the spin in a certain direction on something else that lets us know that that thing has been affected, because the photon you can't see. It doesn't work like that. It's too small. It's unobservable. There's no fucking device that will let you see that it's spinning. It doesn't work like that. We have to do stuff in a way where it's, you know, we know because of something else happening that this has happened. You know, when you get down to, oh, okay, so this emitter went off over here, so we know after we bombarded these two particles together, something hit over here on this one sensor. You can't see it. You know, we just know that it fucking happened. It's, you know, so it's just like, that's how it works. So there's so much stuff where we don't have a piece of Jupiter, okay? There's no piece of Jupiter, okay? But we know how to study it. You know, you can still scientifically understand stuff that you can't touch, that you can't have a piece of, you know? Even if you went to Jupiter, if you went there, you're gonna come back with an empty bag of what? Of Jupiter. There's nothing there. You know, we see the clouds and stuff, but when you're down there, it's just air. It's just like, you know, there's nothing for you to fucking collect. Let me see what you're saying, Sean. Hang on. Once the big brains realize it's fractals, they will have to break through to study the small. They need to study the interplanetary scale. Benny, no joke, or saw what looked like a star being sucked in a black hole. What? That's cool. Looked like a disc. What was it? What the fuck? Looked like a DC Comics boom tube. Boom tube. I was just thinking about those, man. What Sean just said is he's like, it looks like a DC comic boom tube. A boom tube is actually a real thing. A lot of people don't know this, but it's there are portals that exist, like on Earth, from terra firma, from Earth, that travel 96 million miles away to the surface of the sun. And these X points will open up every 8 minutes and create a magnetodiffusion chamber that allows stuff to fucking pass at the speed of light through these fucking diffusion chambers, these boom tubes, is what they call them, from where these X points are meeting. And multi-scalar mission, a satellite constellation mission that was launched, sets these satellites up in a tetrahedron and flies it over the Earth's at in LEO, in low Earth orbit, and flying in this formation allows them to, when they pass through an X point, they know it, and they're like, oh, right here, and so they know exactly where these portals are and where they open up, and they open up every 8 minutes for the ones that are going to the sun. And it's like, that's interesting because the time that it takes for the light to get from the sun to here is 8 minutes. So it corresponds with the speed of light as when they open. Like, it's crazy, dude. Like, this is a real fucking thing that they just don't fucking talk about a lot, but it absolutely exists 100%. So as crazy as it sounds, it's true. I saw a black triangle pass over me, very low, covered most of the sky behind Jerry's Nugget. Random Andy, where at? Jerry's Nugget, where? In Vegas? Where were you? It was a straight up black triangle, like, were any lights on it, anything in the center of it, and fucking, how did it flow? He said yes, bro. So probably yes in Vegas. That's the only place I know of Jerry's Nugget. So you're at Jerry's Nugget. Okay, so you fucking, yeah, you were way out there. That's way off from McCarran. I used to live on 8 Brit Circle, North Vegas. Oh, okay, cool, man. Oh yeah. See, I lived up God, dude, I lived off of fucking I lived off Flamingo, fucking Charleston. I lived in fucking Green Valley and shit, dude. Fucking Wayne Newton was my fucking neighbor. So you saw a black triangle. What did it what exactly did it look like? Like I've seen black triangles, a couple of them, and they were different shapes, but it was still black triangles, I guess. Well, I seen a black triangle, and I seen a delta. This motherfucker right here. I seen this, dude. But it wasn't flying. It was actually flying completely inverted. It looked like a big fucking skyscraper, just like this, like. This big fucking thing just fucking creeping, dude. I was like, this thing is gonna, it should just slip out of the sky because of its shape, dude. And like it's one thing to see this thing just fly if it was just like a flying wing, but to see it fucking completely inverted, it fucking flying, and I'm talking, it was doing like 15 miles an hour. I'm just blasting it with the fucking laser. And it just creeped, dude. I'll never forget that. That was great. No, towards not towards Red Rock Canyon. That's the opposite side. Oh, it's heading towards Nellis. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's where. Yeah. That's Okay. Cloaked. Rancho del Sol. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, baby. Okay. Kyle, have you followed any NOAA, National Oceanic, whistleblower statements over Reddit since disclosure, aliens in the sea, etc.? No, I haven't. I wouldn't shock me that NOAA had some fucking information on aliens being in the sea. They got the equipment, so I could see that, but that's a weird. That's a weird thing too, Perhaps that's why the Navy is the people who run UFOs, because they come here, but they're like fucking around in our water, They're like, yeah, go to the Earth. They're like, yeah, air is one thing, but come on, look at the water. That's crazy in there. Yeah, let's go in there. Like, wouldn't that be fucked up if they're literally just coming here and swimming? You know, it's like we come in peace. They're like, yeah, can you just get us a towel? We love you, space brothers. Like, shut up! I'm trying to catch some rays, okay? um. Yeah, well, he's saying there's a black triangle that was cloaked. So how do you know it was a black triangle if it was cloaked? Did you watch it go from a black triangle to turning invisible, or seeing some kind of, maybe it actually disappeared or what? I don't know. I've never seen a black triangle do that, but of course, I've only seen a couple, and it wasn't for very long, so I don't have too much information, to go off of. What's this report though? Like, where are you getting it from? Yeah, the Navy is a real powerhouse. Yeah, no, it's got to be, yeah. Was it cloaked like Predator? Shield? Oh yeah, maybe something like that. We could kind of see it like a distortion, maybe. Oh, you said Reddit. Okay. I don't really go on Reddit. I just don't like people that much. Shit that they talk about is like, God, fuck your opinion. I guess some of the stuff's cool on there. That's a good lighter. Hey, what up, Asteroid Killer? How you doing, buddy? What up, Kyle? It's deep stuff, bro. Good. It's good. Good evidence suggesting alien base in the sea. All links into prior Arctic exploration since World War II. Exactly what I was saying earlier. If anyone was paying attention to what I was saying earlier, that was it. Interesting. Been so long. Hope you and the fam are doing great, brother. Yes, we are. Thank you, Asteroid Killer. It has been a long time. Actually, I haven't been on for like a fucking. Well, I just put out a video like a week ago or something, but I haven't gone live for like a month. But I'm gonna start going live more. Try to get back on a regular schedule, kind of maybe. Yeah, there's a lot, there's some other shit that I was working on, filming some other stuff and writing some stuff. And, so, what were we talking about? This fucking drug. I'll be going off on something like real deep and meaningful and like, what was that? Oh, god damn. Wow, what were we talking about? Ah, fuck, god damn it. I looked at the thing. Always happens to me. Something shiny, like, flickered. I'm like, oh, I just forgot everything I was just talking about, dude. I was like, god damn it, why you gotta flip that quarter right now? You fuck. I was all deep and shit, right? Come on. What the fuck? They make creepypasta videos on that Noah stuff. I don't really like those creepypasta videos. Would make sense to hide plain sight and use human being as camouflage. It's true. Men in Black movies are real. Shut the fuck up. First light came over neighbor's roof, kept moving slowly. was about 500 feet to 1,000 feet above me. I don't know. It covered the sky above me as like a baseball field above me, kept creeping when I noticed the giant. I'm assuming. That's fucking cool, man. I uh I always love hearing people's the stories, man. But I'm always yelling at them. I'm like, give me more details. I want to know everything. Yeah? Get in the truck. Shipping you off. I want to know it all. Stars being blocked off, it started to notice the edges. Then boom, the the two rear lights corners came over the neighbor's roof skyline. Wow, that's cool, dude. How close was it? Could you see anything on the craft? So all I could see, the fucking this motherfucker, this Delta that I seen that was flying inverted. When I first saw it, it was a ball of light. It was a ball of light that I seen all the time. See balls of light. I was hitting it with the laser. Watch this motherfucker fly to the horizon and stop, and then start growing bigger, and it fucking literally is coming fucking right at me, dude. And this fucking ball of light's fucking coming, and then once it got into range, I was like instantly, I'm like, I'm gonna see it. I don't know why, but I'm telling you, fucking automatically, I'm like, bam, I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna see it. And I wanted to see it so bad. I'm like, I'm gonna see what's inside the light. I don't know why I knew this, but I did. And the fucking light went out, started in the middle of this sphere of light, started being black, and it fucking pulled its way out, and fucking the light just formed off of a black flying delta. A fucking flying V, completely inverted, like 5 lights, like evenly separated, you know, one like right in the middle, just fucking flying. And this thing was huge. It was probably like fucking 200-300 feet, dude. I mean, this thing was gigantic. This fucking thing is flying, totally dead silent. It looked like it should just fell out of the sky. And I had a green laser eye, and I was hitting the craft with the laser. And when I hit the black part, the laser went and fired around like fucking like a fucking electricity, you know, like a fucking, you know, yeah, like fucking all, just went all over the place. Like it should have just been a dot, but something was on it that did something to it because it fucking went everywhere, dude. It was really fucking cool. And the lights that were on the craft, the one thing I noticed is that they look white, all right? But if you're close enough and you sit there and observe, and I had time because this thing was just creeping, you realize it's like fucking, it's almost like starlight where it's like you're seeing every fucking color in there because you'll see flashes of red, purple, green, fucking, you'll see it all, but it's all going so fast and it's so bright. What happens when you mix them up? It's white, you know, and that's what you fucking get. And so it just looks white. And it's fucking cool, man. I remember just thinking, I'm like, these features on this thing, I'm like, it's just so fucking fascinating, man. And it felt like whoever was on there would have been scary. Like they might have scared me, but I would have fought them anyway. Yep. Because I was like, that's just a weird looking. I'm like, oh, what kind of fucking weird alien fucking, you know, triangle head fucking beast man is flying that fucking thing, you know? I don't know. And are they even inverted in there? No, they're just fucking standing there. It's like normal to them. It was too big. There was somebody in there. Had to be. You did see if I was scary predator reptilian. That's what it was like. That's really what it was like. Um, and I've always said this before. I said this, since the beginning. It's like, CE5 it's done by so many experiencers in, involuntary. They don't have to know about it. They just it's something like the craft does to you. Having the experience does it to you, or something. That's what it feels like. Because I did it, I didn't even know I was doing it. Because you're like in your mind, you're just like praying. You're praying to like, please let me see this crap. You're praying to something. You're just speaking to who I don't know. You're just fucking doing it in your mind. You're just doing. You want it so bad, and you're just repeating it over and over and over again, and just trying to get it to fucking. You're just trying to will it into fucking existence, and it does. It's fucking weird. It doesn't seem like it fucking should be right, but it's like that's what that's how it fucking works apparently. Um, it's like a phone going into new Wi-Fi. What? What the fuck? It's like Boba Fett's ship inverted. Well, no, I'm like, oh yeah, you okay? When Boba Fett first takes off, his ship is like flying straight, like up and down, and then as it travels, I think it tilts, it flips like that, right? I forget. It's like Boba Fett's when it first takes off, or Jango Fett's, whatever. Um, it's like if you were to take a stealth bomber and completely invert it, fly that thing like 50 feet off the ground, completely inverted, dead silent, 15 miles an hour. I'm talking creeping, scary creep, which is why I thought I'm like, whatever alien's in there is probably scary, because it was creeping. And just like, yeah, it just looked it looked menacing, but I sure as fuck, I'm telling you, if it would have landed, the door would have opened, I would have punched it in the face and said, "Welcome to Earth." That's exactly what I would have done. Even if it was like a little cute one, it looked like a fucking little hot little Asian chick, I would have been, boom, bitch! Punched her right in the face, you fucking alien bitch. I was down. I was just like, yeah, I'm like, it's kind of freaking me out, but you know what? It's going down. Like, it wasn't enough to fucking deter my obsession. It was kind of creepy. Man, because how slow. I was like, these are like pervert aliens, They're like all fucking like, like, hey, sexy. All fucking like, catcalling me and shit, like harassing me. I'm like, how dare you? Stop looking at my breasts. They're like fucking whistling and slapping at me and shit, oh God. I feel so dirty. I'm like, oh God. They were animals. Let's see what it was rapey Borgs, right, dude? Fuck. What's the one creepy species from Star Trek? Short, bald heads with the sharp teeth. Oh yeah, right. Fuck. Huh. Oh yeah. Well, I forget their name. Fuck. God damn it. It's like they're like District 9 motherfuckers in there. Like, oh, we just keep going. No, I know, yeah. Nice to meet you, go. No, we'll get the next one, go. Yes, very nice. I try to be polite, but I mean, you gotta go. Just keep going, don't stop. I'll jog alongside. Very nice to meet you. First contact. Go. I don't want no bum. I don't want no scrub aliens coming here, okay? I was just saying. You know what? If we don't get highfalutin aliens, I don't want them. I don't want to see some. That's how we got the UFO. Because it broke down? You fuck. Because you ran out of fucking gas? Are you fucking kidding? What the fuck did you come here on fucking $5 of fucking space gas and expect to be able to just fly this bitch around nonstop? Of course you're gonna crash. How are you gonna get it home? You can't. No fucking space fuel stations around here, you fucks. We're gonna have to keep this now. God damn it. Now I want Buster fucking broke, aliens at all. If a UFO comes here and it's making a noise, I'm like, that's like a squeaking tire, that's like a fucking clank in the engine in our world, all right? Get that fucking thing out of here. Okay? Don't fucking validate shit. You get the fuck out. Go. I'll call security. Get out. No, I'm not shaking your hand. Go. Disgusting peasant. That's if a UFO makes a noise. It's like what the fuck? Get that fucking piece of junk out of here. Get it off my fucking property. Go. Fuck. Galaxy Quest screams. Well, what up, DJ Lyra? How you doing, homie? Well, I don't know if you just saw that last scene, but it was funny. Made me fucking laugh. I know I've done a good job if I laugh. I'm like, that's funny. I think everything is funny. I don't even know what I said. Good thing it gets recorded. Because I'll be pissed. Like, I should have wrote that down. What was that? Like, what is it? Something. I'll have to bring it back up later. It's funny. I wonder what dinosaur tastes like. I don't see it being very good. I don't know why. Even like a big ass brontosaurus, they're fucking like grazers or something, or they're eating trees and shit, right? Those motherfuckers. I mean, should it taste like a fucking cow? No. It's gonna taste like a fucking gecko. Ew. Who wants that? I don't want that. But they say they're more related to chickens. Is dinosaur white meat? Or is it dark? I wonder. It's like fish or something? I don't know. I bet you dinosaur eggs are like a fucking delicacy. I bet you that's so fucking good. A little sriracha on there, dude, and fucking, oh man. Yeah, right? I'd make some fucking dinosaur eggs Benedict. Ooh, that'd be so good. Fuck yeah. Anyway. What else? What were we talking about? Let me get down here. Ostrich? That'd probably be good, huh? Yeah, right. Who cares what you think? What's going on, buddy? Long time. My chicken lays dinosaur eggs, right? Welcome to the Jurassic Park. We have clone dinosaurs, and we eat them too, right? There's this fucking, we found them, and we fucking, it's like, yeah, go look at them. It's not awesome. And now taste them. Ain't that good? You be fucking motherfuckers like, like a one family would come in and order a gigantic brontosaurus burgers, like Flintstones, and they pick a big fucking rack of ribs on your fucking car's tip. Like, god damn, every fucking time, bitch, why do you put it on the fucking side? Okay? You know this shit don't work. What the fuck? Man, shut up. Give me a goddamn fucking bronto burger. Alright, pterodactyl might taste like chicken, huh? That'd be good. That's what I'm saying. This is Lucille. She was our forced brontosaurus. She died 3 days ago. There, you stink. What the fuck kind of, god damn it, you know what, dude? Okay, you can't fucking type and jack off at the same time, okay? Because it comes out like a fucking jarbled mess, okay? Just blow your load and then type. Because I don't know what the fuck you're saying. I'm trying to read it, I sound like an asshole. Okay, put your dick down. Okay? Or learn how to type with your dick. You could probably speed up your typing, You start fucking flipping your dick in there as well, So you fucking, teach your dick to hit the space bar or something. I don't know. Okay? But, jagging off and typing is not working. I don't know what you're saying. What the fuck? Story about my chicken caught a rat yesterday. Fuck yeah, dude. Your chicken caught a rat, fucking little badasses. Your chicken was like, you fucking come here, you little fuck. Or was it like a little mouse? A little mouse. Because a rat would have fucking whip kicked him or some shit. Would have went all fucking splinter on his ass and fucked that chicken up. It was a little mouse probably, huh? Or was it one of them big fucking, like, Rhode Island Reds, fucking chickens. One of them big motherfuckers or something. The other kinds of chickens, I'm like, it gets within proximity, and I'm kicking it. So when I was a kid, I see a scar right here. I got a German Shepherd, my best friend's fucking dog, bit me in the face. Fucked me up, dude. Took a huge chunk out of my lip. Fucking. Okay? Fucked me up for life. Fucked me up. Okay? So, I don't fucking care at all about your relationship with your dog. It has zero bearing on me. Period. It doesn't matter if you're my best friend, if you're some stranger on the street. Everyone is the same. Your relationship with your dog means nothing to me. And anyone's dog that fucking even hints at attitude that I don't like for some reason gets kicked. I'll fucking reach out. I got long fucking legs too. I'll fucking reach out, dude. One time, my neighbor, I'm fucking going in my car. My neighbor's coming out, got this little fucking dog, and it fucking comes up, and I'm like, it's just a little dog, I'm like, obviously, he's staring at me. He's got on a leash. And I'm like, obviously, it's not going to do anything. And this guy's just sitting here staring at me, and it comes up, and it fucking bites me. And I'm like, oh. And I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me. And I'm staring him in his eyes. And I reach back. And then I come up and punt this dog so hard that it fucking flew. And the only thing that stopped it from going was the fucking leash. And I watched it go in the fucking air because of how hard I kicked this fucking thing, dude. I punted him for real. He was gonna go. He was going the distance, okay? He was going for speed. Boom. Fucking, he was fucking shocked. And I was like, I'm just looking at him. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna knock you out if you say anything. Because I'm like, his fucking dog bit me. Little fucking fuck. But I don't fuck with any dogs. Like, I'm just like, fucking, if I think a dog is fucking gonna be bad, I will just fucking kick it. I don't care. It fucked me up for life. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that had to do with what we were talking about, but I just wanted to tell you about the time I punted that dog. I did that. I kicked that little motherfucker. Do I feel bad now? No. I don't care about anyone's relationship with any fucking dog. I don't fuck around with them. I'll fucking kick out. I don't care how much you love your fucking dog. Okay? I don't trust your dog. And I will fucking beat him right in the face right in front of you. I'll kick him right in his balls. I don't give a fuck. Look, I'll aim for him and kick him right in the balls over and over and over again. I would shove my fist up its ass. I would just, I wouldn't give two fucks. I'd stare you right in the face when I did it too. That's how I would. Well, I wouldn't give two fucks. Because I realized this was my best friend's dog. You know? So any dog could do it. So I'm like, I don't care about your fucking relationship. You know, I had to say that because everyone gets pissed at me. Every single person is like shocked, and I just want to bitch slap them. and it's come close to that several times. I can't help myself. But it's always because the dog was, I'm telling you, it was going to do something. I wouldn't just kick a dog for no reason, but I don't need much of one. It can literally be almost anything. Oh. It doesn't sound like my baby just woke up. Oh, and it's late too. Well, I should probably get off and go check on her. Well, it gives me a perfect opportunity, so I'm gonna get out here. Oh my god, I've been on here for 2 fucking hours. What the fuck are we talking about for 2 hours, dude? I don't even know. Like, I was doing another episode, I just won't fucking remember. I just have to come back and watch it, which I never do. I guess this one goes down the fucking mystery books as nothing. Alright, so thanks for joining me. I'll be going live again probably tomorrow. And I got some cool videos coming up. Go and pick up some UFO-proof merchandise, or buy a super chat, or just give me fucking money, whatever. Whatever you think of, however you can think of how to funnel it to me, just do that, okay? So just buy some of my shit somewhere, donate something somewhere, whatever. Give me some money. For your awesome entertainment, obviously. It's a huge production, you can tell. Well, yeah, you know, you got a nickel, I'll take it. Whatever, food stamps, fine. You know. And what else? I think that's it. Yeah, I'm high, so I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but you know, stay tuned. Keep an ear out. I'll be posting again soon. Thanks for coming and joining me. I love all you guys, man. It's great, Sean, coming on here. Everybody, third phase, and thank you guys. Oh, gotta call them motherfuckers too. Oh, I still got shit I gotta do. Oh man, I'm high too. Awesome. All right, guys. I'm out of here. All right. UFO proof out. All right, later, you guys.